guys? It's Mike here, the Smoky Monkey, and I'm back here with my Suzuki, and today I'm testing out this brand new seat. I just got it on. It is an OEM tuck and roll seat from Suzuki, and I will be testing this out on my channel on the long term, but I think I'll be leaving it on because I like the way it looks. However, I'm gonna be taking it out on its first ride today, so let's head out there. I'm gonna see how it is. I'll give you my initial impressions because I've been using the stock seat for about 4,000 kilometers, and we'll see. Maybe this one's better, maybe it's not. But keep in mind, guys, it's not broken in yet, so I'm gonna give you guys my initial impressions of what I think after the first ride. And then after we go out on a full ride, after I have it for a while, I'm going to give you guys my full review so you guys can see exactly what this seat's all about, if it's worth the money, if it's worth the upgrade, and yeah. So, without further ado, let's get out there.
Alright guys, so I'm out here in the countryside. I've been riding for about an hour and a half now, and so far I have to say it's pretty comfortable. The seat is pretty cushioned, or pretty cushy. It's cushioned a lot better than the stock seat, if that's what you guys were wondering. It definitely has that padded feeling, like you can feel the tuck and roll sections, and you can tell that there's extra little bit of padding there compared to what I had before. And my butt's not getting tired yet. I don't have any cramps or any aches or pains, and like I said, I'm about an hour and a half in, so let's keep riding for a bit. I'm gonna keep going until I can't sit in the saddle any longer and I actually have to get off, and that way I can give you guys kind of a baseline compared to how long I could ride my regular bike, because that one's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and I have to get off and walk around for a little bit. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep riding, and we'll see if I can get to that same point or if I have to get off sooner. And I came out here because I thought I would do a little bit of spirited riding, get some twisties in, see how it holds you in the seat. And I have to say, it actually doesn't grip your butt as well as the stock seat because of the material it's made out of. This one's kind of like a pleather or a vinyl or whatever you want to call it. It's made to look like leather, but I doubt that it actually is real leather. And it doesn't hold your butt the same as the other seat, but it does give you a little bit of room in the back, so you can scoot forward and you can lean down into the tank, kind of like this. And it's pretty comfortable when I'm riding like this. I don't know how much you guys can see, so I'm going to sit back up. But it has a little bit of a different angle. I would say it doesn't push you forward into the seat as much as the stock one, and it gives you a little bit more of that sporty feel when you tuck down. And it makes sense because this comes off of the SV650X, which is the sports version of this, or the sportier version, with clip-on handlebars and this seat, as well as it has like a cafe racer style cowl over the front. And I think that bike is awesome. It looks beautiful. It's a very nice bike. Everybody that has one has said good things about it, and I'm sure it's a great bike because it's the same as this. They just changed a couple of things. So let me go find a nice spot to pull over after I get tired. I'm gonna keep riding for as long as I can, and we'll see. Hopefully this seat matches up. But once again, I will mention to you guys, it isn't broken in yet, so it will take some time before it gets to its full optimal comfort, I should say. But definitely it is getting there. It's nice. It's a lot better than I thought it would be right off the bat. I'm gonna go and keep riding until I can't ride. We're gonna find a nice spot to pull over, and we'll go from there. So here we are, and it took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I left my house at 4:30. It is now 6:45. You guys can see the sun's kind of coming down. It's starting to set. And I have to say, I'm very surprised at a lot of different things about this seat. The first thing I'm going to start with is you can actually feel the height difference. Now, some people were mentioning this in the comments before I actually picked this seat up, that the little bit extra thickness is nice for taller riders. And I was thinking, yeah, I guess it would be. But it actually, you feel the thickness. And I didn't actually notice how much taller it was until I went to go lay down on the tank and tuck down. And it actually, that's when you notice it. You feel like, hey, well, I used to be able to do this. And now you got to kind of move your butt further back and position yourself in a different way. Well, for me anyway, because I'm a taller rider. And that's when I really noticed the height difference. Also, if you guys can see, it's not actually raked forward as far as the regular seat. It's a lot more straight from here to here. And it's not as angled forward like people were complaining. That helps a lot when you're riding, when you have any kind of long ride or anything where, like, just general commuting. Because if you're going on a short ride, it's not going to make a difference. But if you're in there for a while, you start positioning yourself back, you start moving yourself back, and all that little adjustments and positioning, you get uncomfortable after a while because you can't find the right spot to sit in. And I find that it being a little bit more flat here in the bottom area is very helpful. The third thing I'm going to say is it is really soft. You can actually feel the ridges, like all the little tuck and roll sections, but the biggest part of it is you can actually feel it when you're going over bumps. You don't notice the bumps as much. It actually soaks up the road really well, and you have a nice little bit of cushion between you and all the bumps and potholes and all of that little stuff that you usually feel on your motorcycle. Because, well, face it, you're on a motorcycle. It doesn't have the same sort of suspension in a car. You have limited space for suspension, so you get what you get. But definitely, you feel the difference in cushion. Another thing that I'm going to mention is something I said while I was riding. And this material doesn't really hold you in place as well. It does hold you, don't get me wrong. You're not slipping and sliding. You don't feel like you're ever not secure. But it just doesn't grip you the same as the regular seat. The stock seat has sort of like a rubberized top vinyl or whatever you would call that material. And it's got this pattern in it that really grips you really well. And if you want to hang off the edge of the seat when you're taking corners, it's nice, it's secure, it gives you that sense of confidence. You don't feel like you're ever going to come off the seat. So definitely that's one thing that I like better about the stock seat. But this one is definitely nice. It does hold you in place, just not as well. And another thing that I'm going to mention is it actually looks great. If you look at it from afar, it fits the way that the bike is styled. It really looks good. The black flows nice, and then the gray section at the back blends in with the tail kind of good. And kind of well. And I also like the way that this writing is here. No idea what it says. I couldn't tell you. I'm sure you can look it up and it will tell you somewhere. Maybe it's not even real text. Maybe it's just symbols, but I have a feeling that it does say something. So if any of you guys actually do know, drop me a line in the comments section. I'm interested to see what that says on the back there. I think somebody once told me it said katana, because this is derived from the old Suzuki katana. But I don't believe that, because they had an SV650 at the same time they had the katana, so I don't know why they would write katana on the SV. So that's why I'm kind of, I don't know. But let me know if you guys know, if you guys have actually looked it up, or if you can read it, if it's actual text, then let me know what that means. And one more quick thing before I jump back on the bike. This is kind of off topic, but if you guys have been following my channel, you know that I changed out the light bulb not too long ago. If you guys have changed your light bulb, be careful. This ring can get loose, like mine is right now. I just need to go home and bend the clips back to tighten it up. If you guys want me to make a video on that so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, I'm happy to do that for you. But you will get a little bit of rattling if you don't tighten that up once you do take it off the first time. Just make sure that it's nice and secure, because nobody wants a rattly bike. But let's get back out there, let's get on the road, and I'll finish up my thoughts. So I've got to say, I'm actually pretty surprised at the difference that I feel from having this seat. I didn't think it would make that much of a difference, but it's actually amazing. Like, the comfort of it, the ability to soak up the bumps in the road, as well as it looks great on the bike. I think this is one of my favorite mods that I've done to date, and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like how it looks. I know that there's some conflicting opinions, and yeah, hopefully this wind isn't too bad for you guys. You guys can still hear me, because with the meter visor on, it should be breaking up the wind pressure pretty good. I know that when I was riding with the Givi, I'd be going about 60 kilometers an hour, and it sounded like I was riding through a tornado. So we'll see if the audio comes out any better right now. I'm doing about 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour. So it's not like it's crazy windy, but there is a fair amount of wind coming at me. But back to the seat, I think that it's great. I love it so far. After my first ride, I would definitely say that it's worth it, but I think I need to test it out for the longer term. I'm gonna go do some more rides with it, keep it on here for about a couple weeks to a month before I post a review or a full review on it, and I'll let you guys know, depending on whether or not it performs well or not, if you guys should get one. And it might actually be one of the better alternatives, because all the other seats out there are pretty pricey, and considering what you're getting, this is a very good value for your money. So I'll keep testing this one out for the next few weeks. I'll give you guys my full review, but so far I think it's a win. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully my video was helpful for you. Just don't forget to subscribe and browse the channel. Leave me a like and a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, guys, ride safe out there.